Chapter 4. Now therefore hearken, O Yashrael, unto the statutes and unto the judgments which I teach you, for to do them, that ye may live, and go in and possess the land which Yahuwah Eluah of your fathers gives you. You shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall ye diminish aught from it, that ye may guard the commandments of Yahuwah Allah Hakim which I command you. Your eyes have seen what Yahuwah did because of Baal Peor. For all the men that followed Baal Peor, Yahuwah Allah Hakim has destroyed them from among you. But ye that did cleave unto Yahuwah Allah Hakim are alive, every one of you this day. Behold, I have taught you commandments and judgments, even as Yahuwah Eluah commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Guard therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, Surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. For what nation is there so great? Who has Eluah so nigh unto them, as Yahuwah Eloheinu is in all things that we call upon him for? And what nation is there so great, that has commandments and judgments so righteous as all this Torah, which I set before you this day? Only take heed to yourself, and guard your soul diligently, lest you forget the things which your eyes have seen, and lest they depart from your heart all the days of your life. But teach them your sons and your sons' sons, especially the day that you stood before Yahuwah Allahaka in Horeb, when Yahuwah said unto me, Gather me the people together, and I will make them hear my words, that they may learn to fear me all the days that they shall live upon the earth, and that they may teach their children. And he came near and stood under the mountain, and the mountain burned with fire unto the midst of Shamayim, with darkness, clouds, and thick darkness. And Yahuwah spoke unto you out of the midst of the fire. You heard the voice of the words, but saw no similitude, only ye heard a voice. And he declared unto you his covenant, which he had commanded you to perform, even 10 DABARYM, and he wrote them upon 2 sapphire stones. And Yahuwah commanded me at that time to teach you commandments and judgments, that ye might do them in the land whither ye go over to possess it. Take ye therefore good heed unto yourselves, for ye saw no manner of similitude on the day that Yahuwah spoke unto you in Horeb out of the midst of the fire, lest ye corrupt yourselves and make you a graven image, the similitude of any figure, the likeness of male or female, the likeness of any beast that is on the earth, the likeness of any winged fowl that flies in the air, the likeness of anything that creeps on the ground, the likeness of any fish that is in the waters beneath the earth. And lest you lift up your eyes unto the Shamayim, and when you see the sun and the moon and the stars, even all the host of Shamayim should be driven to worship them and serve them, which Yahuwah Allahaka has divided unto all nations under the whole Shamayim. But Yahuwah has taken you and brought you forth out of the iron furnace, even out of Mitzrayim, to be unto him a people of inheritance, as ye are this day. Furthermore, Yahuwah was angry with me for your sakes, and swore 7 oaths that I should not go over the Jordan, that I should not go in unto that good land, which Yahuwah Allahaka gives you for an inheritance. But I must die in this land. I must not go over the Jordan, but ye shall go over and possess that good land. Take heed unto yourself, lest ye forget the covenant of Yahuwah Allah Hakim, which he cut with you, and make you a graven image, or the likeness of anything which Yahuwah Allahaka has forbidden you. For Yahuwah Allahaka is a consuming fire, even a jealous all. When you shall begat children and children's children, and ye shall have remained long in the land, and shall corrupt yourselves, and make graven image, or the likeness of anything, and shall do evil in the sight of Yahuwah Allahaka, to provoke him to anger, I call the Shamayim and the Arets to witness against you this day, that ye shall soon utterly perish from off the land, whereunto ye go over the Jordan to possess it. You shall not prolong your days upon it, but shall utterly be destroyed. And Yahuwah shall scatter you among the nations, and ye shall be left few in number among the heathen, whither Yahuwah shall lead you. And there ye shall serve Elohim, the works of men's hands, wood and stone, which neither see nor hear nor eat nor smell. But if from thence you shall seek Yahuwah Allahaka, you shall find him, if you seek him with all your heart and with all your soul. When you are in tribulation and all these things are come upon you, even in the latter days, if you turn to Yahuwah Allahaka and shall be obedient unto his voice. For Yahuwah Allahaka is a merciful all. He will not forsake you, neither destroy you, nor forget the covenant of your fathers, which he swore 7 oaths unto them. For ask now of the days that are past, which were before you, since the day that Yahuwah created man upon the earth, and ask from the one side of Shamayim unto the other, whether there has been any such thing as this great thing is, has been heard like it. Did ever people hear the voice of Yahuwah speaking out of the midst of the fire, as you have heard and live? Or has Yahuwah essayed to go and take him a nation from the midst of another nation, by temptations, by signs, and by wonders, and by war, and by a mighty hand, and by a stretched out arm, and by great terrors, according to all that Yahuwah Elohim did for you in Mitzrayim before your eyes? And to you it was showed, that you might know that Yahuwah, he is Eluah. There is no one else beside him. Out of Shamayim he made you to hear his voice, that he might instruct you, and upon earth he showed you his great fire, and you heard his words out of the midst of the fire. And because he loved your fathers, therefore he chose their seed after them, and brought you out in his sight with his mighty power out of Mitzrayim, to drive out nations from before you, greater and mightier than you are, to bring you in, to give you their land for an inheritance, as it is this day. Know therefore this day, and consider it in your heart, that Yahuwah he is Eluah, in Shamayim above, and upon the earth beneath, there is no one else. You shall guard therefore his statutes and his commandments, which I command you this day, that it may go well with you, and with your children after you, and that you may prolong your days upon the Eretz, which Yahuwah Allahaka gives you forever. Then Moshe severed 3 cities on this side of the Jordan toward the sun rising, that the slayer might flee thither, which should kill his neighbor unawares, and hated him not in times past, and that fleeing unto one of these cities he might live, namely Bet-Sur in the wilderness, and the plain country of the Reubenim, and Ramoth and Galad of the Gadim, and Golan and Bashan of the Manassashim. And this is the Torah which Moshe set before the children of Yashrael. These are the testimonies, and the statutes, and the judgments, which Moshe spoke unto the children of Yashrael, after they came forth out of Mitzrayim, on this side of the Jordan, in the valley over against Bet-Peor, in the land of Sihon king of the Amorim, who dwelt at Heshbon, whom Moshe and the children of Yashrael smote, after they were come forth out of Mitzrayim. And they possessed his land, and the land of Og king of Bashan, 2 kings of the Amorim, which were on this side of the Jordan toward the sun rising, from Aroer, which is by the bank of the river Arnon, even unto Mount Sion, which is Hermon, and all the plain on this side of the Jordan eastward, even unto the sea of the plain, under the springs of Pekah.